I didn't realize I would make it this far into this challenge. Today is day 7, I believe, for me. And the reason why I was not sure if I was going to be able to make it is my anxiety has been hitting me harder than usual lately within this last month or so. And that gave me something to talk about for today's video, which is anxiety. And that is because it's something I've been dealing with for as long as I remember, probably up until, I don't know, since roughly 5th or 4th grade. So it's been with me for that long, and I didn't really start becoming aware of it until maybe freshman year of high school, and then even then I didn't know what it was. It truly wasn't until my senior year of high school that a friend helped me realize what it was. And I've been dealing with it since. I've been coping with it, but last year it got really bad. As I was saying, last year it got really bad. So at the beginning of this month, I decided to, at the beginning of this year, actually, I decided to be more positive this year, and that's been helping a lot. Just forcing myself to think positively and be kind of more of in a happier mood than normal has been helping a lot, but I'm still in a pretty bad position with it. Like, it's very hard to control now. My hands are always shaking. I can barely drink coffee now because it activates my anxiety in my chest, and I can just feel my chest pumping from the anxiety plus coffee. So I've been drinking decaf, which now I switched to decaf now, which helps a lot. You can probably hear it already, actually, with because my anxiety is general anxiety, but it's also social anxiety. So I start talking faster. I either talk really, really quietly, or I talk really, really fast, or I do them both. And so the more nervous I get, the faster I start talking. And sometimes I don't even realize it until after the fact, or someone points it out to me. And my next goal that I'm going to give myself for after I graduate from college, which should be, after this semester, I won't have to have a full schedule anymore. I will only need one more class before I graduate. So a gift to myself will be to start seeking help with my anxiety, meaning I'm going to go to the doctor, even though I personally don't believe in doctors. I don't trust them. So that's going to be hard for me to do, but I'm going to force myself to go in and get help and possibly try prescriptions or whatever they decide to give me for it, because at this point, everything I've been doing is not working anymore. I can barely function in classes now. At an actual job, it's really impossible for me to function. That's part of why I don't want to go back to my last job, is because the only reason why I was able to do that job at all was because it's basically just lifting boxes and keeping them in order. But whenever I would go on break, it wasn't good on break, because knowing that I had to go back to work, it just was not good for me whatsoever. So yeah, that's why I want to seek help this summer, hopefully, or either this summer or whenever I decide to move. I will start seeking help, and at the same time, I will be doing Uber Eats and DoorDash, basically sharing economy jobs. I'm going to try them, start out first trying, and then hopefully it's something that I actually enjoy and can do, because I am a workaholic. So I feel like if I enjoy it and can do it, then I will be able to profit from it, because I'm the type of person that will literally spend 24/7 working, as that's what I do right now for school. Is I'm spending so much time working. Sometimes I spend so much time working on one project that I will completely forget about the other projects, because I've been so focused on one, or I've been so focused on two. It's hard for me to focus on 3 things at once. That's why I tend to get behind on others if I have more than 2. But yeah, no, my focus is like a straight up tunnel vision. Like, I don't see anything else, and it's hard to multitask and do other things because of my anxiety. Because as soon as I try and do something else, I start thinking too much and things get crazy. Even when I take notes down or give myself step by steps, things are still difficult. Tasks are still difficult to complete. And I think, to be honest, seeing stuff written down step by step actually makes it worse for me, especially if it's a big list, because I just sit there and I will look at it and be like, man, I have to do all this crap, like really? But at the same time though, when that list gets smaller and smaller, I start to feel good, especially when it gets to the last two. But then again, here's something that I've noticed about myself lately. When I get near completion with things, I start to lose a drive and motivation to complete, and I end up not completing it completely. Like the last thing to get where I need to go, for example, I was at community college first, and I only needed, I don't know, maybe a semester, one more semester's worth of classes to get my associate's degree, and I didn't do that because I was sick of community college and I hated that school, so I needed to move forward, otherwise I would have lost motivation to want to move forward. So I went straight to here without having my associate's degree. So that's what I'm noticing that feeling starting to come in now for my bachelor's degree, and it's because I'm so close to finishing, and that's how I know I need help now, because it's just my anxiety messing with my head. Yeah, so that's all I got for you today, and I've been reading Grasshopper Jungle, as I said before. I'll start reading that. I'm actually up to page 50 on that, and I've also been working on my own book today for class, and I think I'm starting to get a handle on that now, because I'm trying to take steps so that I stick with this one story. Otherwise I will move on and not go back to it ever again. But this one I actually want to stick with, so I'm trying things to help myself stick with it. So that's the plan there. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.